For tuning in. This Wednesday, 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines.
Here we go.
Here's Wright. Back to Ayton. Stolen by Fareed. Here we go, one-on-one. Deflects the pass. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Right side, Irving. And that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Wright. What a terrific move that was.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And stolen by Wright. The finish. Pass to Reddish. Fareed outside. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. A shot off that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ayton, a screen. Hands it from downtown.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And right, here we go.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here he goes. And Wright throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Irving can't get it to go. Now, Wright. He's got 6. From the arc. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Banchero outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Wright. Outside Jackson. It's stolen by Banchero. On the wing, Koulibaly. Scoreless thus far. Banchero with the screen. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Now here's Irving. Fires from deep. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Wright. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Wright.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still missed it.
And Dr. J slams it in.
And let's call that one what it was, guys. Just spectacular.
No argument here, Greg. That's going to be the play people remember from this game. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Now, here's Irving. Ayton the screen. Koulibaly up top. Driving inside.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Fareed. Oh, good with the triple. Outside Irving. Ayton the screen. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Ayton the screen. Irving with a clean look. They get it again. Knocked loose. Stolen by Fareed. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Drains the wing tray.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Ball's knocked loose. Irving with it. He's picked up by Irving. Fareed outside. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Irving. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And stolen by Wright. Here's Jackson. The kick out to Fareed. For the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Fareed's got 5 now.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Picked off in midair. Fast break, here they come. And Ayton throws it down.
Outrunning the opposition. Ayton's got those long strides.
Right from outside. That's his fourth miss. He's made 5 of 9. It's a 2-point differential. Banchero inside. Ayton the screen. Lock at 6. Koulibaly, no good.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Now, right after the missed 3 from Cam Reddish. Banchero looking around. Over for Reed. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Outside Irving. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 9. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Irving attacking. And Fareed sends it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed. Both teams changing it up here. Chalmers outside. Here's Brewer. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time.
3 points.
Brewer's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the basket by Chalmers. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now, here's Chalmers. Pass to Koulibaly. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And here is Brewer. And the 3 ball is good. Brewer's got 6 points. They need this. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Out to the right wing. They grab their own miss. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now, here's Chalmers. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Chalmers. This one for 3. Drops in the tray. He's got 5.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
In the corner, it's Brewer. Here's Ellison. Just 4 to shoot. The 3 from Chalmers. Ellison with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's De Silva. And that one, good.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Ellison. Koulibaly up top. Here's Ellison. Ellison with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
On the wing, Brewer. He has 6. Chalmers outside. That 3 off the mark. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Koulibaly with it. To the wing right side. Ellison. Drills the three-pointer. Ellison's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now, here's Brewer. 8 points for him. Chalmers outside. Pass to Ellison. Here's the screen. And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 6.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Back to Brewer. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Brewer's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to De Silva. Puts up a 3. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Chalmers. They swipe it. Now, here's Chalmers. He's got 8. And good that time. 10 points for him.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Now, here's Brewer. Got a piece of it. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. Pass to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
They set the screen. And the basket by Chalmers.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
2 on the clock. Here's Ellison. And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Wright. Pass to Irving. To take the lead. And Dr. J slams it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now, Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Bancaro. Sinks the triple.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Bancaro solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Here's Wright. And there's the drive.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Koulibaly. Kicks it out to Bancaro. Pass to Wright. Goes back up. And the rejection by Jackson.
Coming on the floor for the away team, number 22.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Wright, that's a two-pointer. Irving with the ball. Outside Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reddish. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team.
On defense, the home team. Down low. Here's Brewer. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
A wide open look here for Wright. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
They set the pick. And it's Bancaro missing.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Pass to Wright. Stolen by Fareed. In the corner, Irving with it.
2 minutes.
.153 left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's Jackson with the three. And here is Brewer. From past the arc. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And the defense has to know that taking away his three is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long. With that shot, it makes no sense.
Just 5 on the clock. Fareed, right side. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball.
And when Bancaro turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Ayton wide open. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The kick out to Irving. Inside, Jackson. Shakes him. Cover.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Pass to Wright. Back to Ayton. Got it.
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from Ayton, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brewer. The kick out to Irving. Fires the three. Can't knock in the three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And he commits the intentional foul.
Jaren Jackson. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the 3-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Number 55, DeLon Wright.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Irving for 3. Off target from downtown. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
The 2K. Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Here we go. Right with it. Banchero outside. Ayton a screen. And it's Banchero missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Irving, good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Irving looking over the floor. They grab their own miss. Pass to Ayton. The kick out to Irving. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. The visitors on defense. It's a three-point game. Here's Koulibaly. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Reddish. Pass to Irving. Outside for Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And it's Irving with the rebound. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And here is Ayton, guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. Launches a three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Wright with it. Now Wright defending.
I got him.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now Banchero. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Jaren Jackson.
A big-time scorer, Banchero, with a deep bag. That's a great pump fake to get the defender in the air.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
To the inside. It's stolen by Banchero. And there's the drive. Pass to Koulibaly. Three-pointer. Here's Ayton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
.157 left in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. They get it back. Right down low. Pass to Reddish. Launches it. Van Carroll grabs the board. Outside Irving. The tray. Now Koulibaly. Outside Irving. Into the lane. And Dr. J slams it in.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
Three-pointer right. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wright's got 5 points so far.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Irving. On the wing, Jackson. Fades back. Julius Irving comes up with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Wright, no good on that one. Outside Irving. Hands it from downtown. He's got 8.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatically deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside for Jackson. Traps in the tray.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Here's Koulibaly going inside.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now here's Wright. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Wright with it. He's picked up by Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot for Reed with a clean look. Pass to Irving. Here's the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Van Carroll left side. Here's Koulibaly. Down low. Here's White. And finished off by Wright.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Pass to Jackson. Screen by Fareed. The drive by Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 5 now.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Outside Irving. And Irving throws it down.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gift.
No good from Irving.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Here's Ayton.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Pass to Koulibaly. On the wing, Irving. Drills it from outside. He's got 16.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Here's Wright. Puts the move on. Banchero grabs the board.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Ayton a screen. And here's Irving. 16 points for him. And Fareed sends it back. Pass to Irving. Fires the 3. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Right outside. Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Right outside. That one goes in. Wright's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Banchero, that's good.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And stolen by Wright. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Irving for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 19 points.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those...
Oh, it's a great finish! Oh,
Oh, my.
First personal foul.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Out to the right wing. Pass to Koulibaly. Ayton a screen. And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got 10 points in the game. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Chalmers. With the drive. And Chalmers slams it in.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Tries again. Ellison. Lays it up. The glass.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Chalmers' shot is no good. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. They set the pick. Here's Brewer. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Pass to Ellison. The three. Brewer's shot is off.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Poke loose. And oh, here we go with Brewer. Nobody back. And Brewer with the stuff.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And the basket by Chalmers.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
You must let your dancing shoes at home. Let's hear it from you.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Chalmers with it. And oh, here we go. Chalmers has got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Brewer. Lets the three fly. Ellison with the rebound. Here's Da Silva. Drills the three-pointer. Da Silva's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Koulibaly. Lets it go with the three. Sinks the triple.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
.151 left to play in the third. The three from Chalmers. That shot missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Offensive rebound. Now Koulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ellison. Goes back up. Brewer grabs the board.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
There's the pick. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Brewer's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game. .104 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Ellison. And he jams it with authority.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Here's Ellison. Bangs home the trifecta. Ellison's got 5 points in the quarter. Chalmers outside. Out to the right wing. From beyond the arc. Ellison, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team.
26 seconds left in the third. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Now in transition is Brewer. Here we go. Now here's Chalmers. It's stolen by Reddish. Koulibaly with it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here is Wright. Outside Irving. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Home team on D. Here's Reddish. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
A deep 3 from Irving. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wright. From the arc. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 22 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
There's the drive. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Irving from long range. Hits it from three-point range.
3.
Outside Irving. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Launches from deep. And Wright pulls it down. The kick out to Wright. Oh, the lob to Irving. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Pass to right. Back to Irving. From the corner. That's good on the jump shot. Irving's got 28. Right, looking around. Now, here is Irving. From outside the arc. Rebounded by DeAndre.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And DeLon Wright hits the whistle that time.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Irving. Here's Brewer. And it's off from three-point range. And they're moving it up. Here's Fareed. It's deflected. Pass to Brewer. Puts up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brewer's got 12 points here in the second half.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Brewer with the ball. Covered by Brewer. Here's Jackson. Brewer grabs the board.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
It's good from long range.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And Irving launches it from deep. Here's Ayton. Second chance shot. Van Carroll looking around. Clock at 4. And finished off by Van Carroll.
Oh, big-time dunk by Carroll. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Wasted no time on that one.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now Irving. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This game may not have been.
2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines.
Here we go.
Here's Wright. Carroll the screen. Wright drives it. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, a nice drive that time from Wright. The defense didn't have a chance to counter.
Away team foul. Julius Erving. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Irving. Three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The three is up. And it's Wright missing. Irving looking around. This one for three. And he's missed his first two shots of the game. The three from Carroll. Outside Coulibaly. Ayton with a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Coulibaly. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Irving. Here he goes. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. I'll say this, Carroll is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Here's Daniels. Pass to Ayton. Outside Irving. Back to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this.
Outside Irving. Fires the three. Drills it from deep.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside Coulibaly. Releases. Irving, no good. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving. Here's Daniels. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Wright. Gets the three to fall. Wright's got 5 now.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
And there's a pick. Pass to Daniels. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Carroll. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And Ayton gets it to go.
Yeah, for a center, Ayton's got a nice jumper. It's a big reason why he went first overall in the draft.
Outside Irving. From deep three-point land. And Ayton pulls it down.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And Irving powers it home.
That's what we're talking about now. The Dr. J literally taking flight.
56 seconds left in the first. Now here's Wright. 5 points in the game. Pass to Aiden. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. And it's Irving with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Irving. Jacks up a 3. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5. Looking shaky out there. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Irving. Back to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. Irving with it.
Team foul. Julius Irving. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving for 3. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 6.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
The home team calls timeout. And stolen by Banchero. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up 9. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Right outside. Pass to Aiden. And here's Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the pick. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. On the break. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
To the middle. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Irving powers it home.
The doctor is in. What a display of those trademark dunking abilities. Quite unique, Julius Irving.
Aiden with a screen. The 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Aiden's got 5 now.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
They set a pick. Brewer. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Right outside. Down low. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Away team foul. Julius Irving. Second personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now. 9-point game. Irving, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Offensive board.
Away team foul. Julius Irving. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
stolen away.
They've got to tighten up the ball control. That pass was just too easy to defend.
Here's Koulibaly. Three-pointer, no good. And stolen by Irving. Right with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. The three from Banchero. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Irving for 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 7.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Irving for 3. Drops in the 3.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc?
Pass to Ayton. Here's Fareed. He's covered by Ayton. Inside. Nice move. And he gets it to go.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
1:21 left in the first half. To the inside. And a two-handed jam.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
There's a screen. Brewer sends it home from three-point land. Brewer's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Ayton. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Banchero the screen. And here's Ayton. Give him 8. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Ayton. And he's all alone. Here's Brewer. Three-pointer in transition. Brewer's got 6 points.
Yeah, the forced turnover showing how Ayton's developing defensively. Ignites the break there.
Artistry and poetry in motion. Irving can create in the air as well as anybody.
There's a screen. Pass to Fareed. There's the 3. And that's not gonna go. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up by 11. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Outside Koulibaly. The 3 ball. He's off on that one. And they're on the run. Pass to Chalmers. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Koulibaly drives in. And he was fouled while in the act of... shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First team foul.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
To the paint. Pass to De Silva. Here's Brewer. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Reddish. Ellison grabs the board. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Chalmers. from deep. And he can't get that one. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Black. No points yet. They set the pick. Out to Covington. Pass to Coulibaly. Pick by Covington. Coulibaly drives in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Pass to Ellison. To the middle. And here's Coulibaly. And that's an intentional foul.
Calling Bruno. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
To the inside. Here's Brewer. 5 to shoot. Pass to Reddish. Takes a three. No luck on that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
For three, Covington. No good there. In transition, here they come. Here's Chalmers. Connects from downtown. Chalmers has got 6.
This team really relies on Chalmers knocking down threes, spacing the floor. That's where he really brings some value.
Pass to Ellison. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Brewer. They get it back. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul. The home team calls timeout.
And they got to refocus. Too many careless turnovers will kill your momentum.
The home team on D. Trailing by 13. Brewer can't hit. Outside Covington. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, smart positioning by Covington. Just utilizing the corner to find a three-point opportunity.
Here's Brewer. It's good from the top of the key. Brewer's got his first points of the game. 46 seconds left in the third. Outside Coulibaly. From the arc. It's hauled in by Reddish. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
It's Covington on the wing. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On defense, the visiting team. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Back to Coulibaly. Shot clock at 5. Over to the wing. Here's Kamare. That shot, no good. Nice D from Reddish. Here's Brewer. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 14. After a quick break, we're coming right. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Now right. Irving with it. Wide open. And Aiden pulls it down. Here's Brewer. Aiden with a screen. Puts it up. Brewer can't hit.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pulls it. Here's Aiden. And Aiden with the stuff.
And he's got such great hands. Aiden corrals rebounds and doesn't lose his touch on follow-ups.
Fareed grabs the board. Deflects the pass. And so the ball out of bounds. Aiden touched it last.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
And stolen by Irving. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. It's right on the wing. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
There's some heat from Banchero now. He brings that ferocity. We know he's got an inferno raging in him.
Irving, that's good. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Irving. And the finish by Irving.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Here's Fareed. The jumper from the wing off target. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside for Irving. Let's go with a three. The shot no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Aiden with it. Now guarded by Aiden. Banchero right side. Aiden inside. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, when you let Aiden get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Outside Irving. The three. It's rebounded by Banchero. From downtown. And that one's good. Irving.
He is on some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it pop.
Aiden with a screen. Looking to win the run. Tries again. The home team calls timeout.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Tipped away. Aiden with a screen. Here's Daniels. Nails it from three.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Right side, Irving. Banchero outside. Aiden with a screen. For three. They get the rebound. Back to Irving. Here's Brewer. Pass to right. Here's Brewer. Now here's Irving. Puts up a three. And Aiden pulls it down. Three-pointer. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Pass to Aiden. Fires for three. And Aiden pulls it down. Irving for three. Sinks the tray.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc?
Now Banchero. Here's Brewer. Offline from the top of the key. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Man, I love how quick Brewer is on defense. He's alert, he's aware, uses his speed and length, pouncing on his man and making life really hard for him.
And the jumper from the wing offline. Irving fires from way outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence.
The 2K. Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
Now right. Banchero outside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Hey, this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Irving. And Aiden pulls it down. Pass to Fareed. Outside for Irving. Six on the shot clock. And there's the screen. Here's Coulibaly. Good. He hits the jumper.
Not exactly what coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Banchero the screen. Irving with a deep three. Pass to right. The kick out to Banchero. Inside. And the finish by Irving.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Here's Daniels. Off target with the three. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Back to Banchero. Outside Coulibaly. Banchero outside. Oh, my goodness. How about that? And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I mean, you talk about it factor. Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
And it's Coulibaly missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Wright. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Launches it. Fareed grabs the board. Left side Coulibaly. Into the lane. Ooh, excellent D there from Aiden.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Irving, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Right side, Irving. Clock at 6. Over Aiden. And Aiden with the stuff.
Not afraid to throw his big body around. Aiden good at keeping plays going.
Irving fires from way outside. The quick look, no good that time.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
The three. Buries it from 3.
3 points. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Daniels.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've gotta keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Right with the ball. No points yet. Outside Irving. Outside Koulibaly. Back to Irving. Over Irving. And it's Irving missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy. They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Now here's Irving. To halt the run. On target from range. Irving's got 5 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Irving. Tries again. And he hits the jumper. 5 points in the game.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
19.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
They get it back. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
It's stolen by Irving. He's all alone. Oh, big finish.
Wow. Okay, I see you.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Out to the right wing. Here's Daniels. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the break. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Outrunning the opposition. Ayton's got those long strides.
Here's Daniels. Fires in the triple. Daniels has got 8 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's Daniels. Gets the 3 ball to go. 11 points in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Ayton with a screen. Irving with it. Picked up by Koulibaly. Hits the trifecta.
Timeout. And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Wright. No made baskets yet. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Sends it home from three-point land.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Fareed. Here's Ayton. Ooh, poked away. Now here's Wright. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Koulibaly. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Banchero. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Daniels. 11 points in the game. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
With his length, Ayton can easily get to the rim. In fact, he almost makes it look too easy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Wright. And Ayton pulls it down. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Daniels has got 14 points for the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Ayton with a screen. The three is up. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And below, Koulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 1:06 left in the first half. And Irving powers it home.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can...
Oh,
yes!
Whoa. Throw it down!
Oh! Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Daniels. He's got 14. Here's Fareed. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Fareed's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Koulibaly up top. Pass to Fareed. Back to Koulibaly. Just 3 on the clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And the first half now in the books. Leading by 14. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
43.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Black. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Brewer. 5 to shoot. Connects from downtown.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
The visitors with the ball. Pass to Brewer. Outside Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked it in off the glass.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And, B.A., they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Here's Black. Pass to Brewer. This one for 3. Ellison grabs the board. Reddish on the wing. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple. Reddish has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Chalmers. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Outside Covington. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Here's the 3. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Brewer. Misses from short range. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. To the wing, right side. Here's De Silva. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They swipe it. Here's Chalmers. And the deficit down inside single digits.
We talk about the importance of shooting while in rhythm. He feels confident doing this from downtown on the break.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
You two can be a rejump.
Pass to Brewer. They set the pick. From deep. And the three-pointer goes. Brewer's got 6.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third.
Away team foul. Corey Brewer. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Brewer. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Ellison. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Kamari. Back to Covington. There's the 3. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, I love seeing Covington make fast decisions, wasting no time firing off the catch.
Here's Brewer. He's got 6. The 17-footer. And that one comes up a bit short.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Shot is good by Brewer. 51 seconds left in the third. It's tipped. Pass to De Silva. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for your home team, De Silva.
And he's good on the second. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
Here's De Silva. Pass to Ellison. Up and in on the layup. Ellison's got his first basket.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 0.
And here's Coulibaly. He's got 10. No good on the triple. In transition, here they come. Here's Brewer. Three-pointer in transition. Brewers got 8 points in the quarter. And the visitors call time here. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Leading by 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Wright. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul. Checking in for the away team, DeAndre Ayton.
Right outside. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And everything Banchero does is with aggression.
Down low. Here's Ayton. And the visitors call time here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Despite the lead, coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
Great work, Allie, thanks. The shot by 3, no good. Now Irving. Banchero the screen. Outside for Irving. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
We've played just over a minute here in the fourth. To the paint. Pass to Brewer. 5 on the clock. Floats one up. Here's Daniels. Back to Ayton. Here's Daniels. Hounded by Wright. Here's Irving. Irving knocks it away. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Irving for 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Brewer. And he drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
To the left wing. Here's Fareed. Pass to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
He takes it in. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Brewer.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
To the middle. Hayden with it. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Here's Brewer. Here's Fareed. Sinks the tray.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Down low. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And Irving gets it to go.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The three from Banchero. Back to Ayton. Let's go with a three. Knocks it down from distance. Ayton's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
It's Daniels with a drive. Shot is good by Brewer.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
It's stolen by Irving. Intercepted. Here's Brewer. For three. Kept alive. The kick out to Banchero. He buries it from three.
Nice find from the big man, Ayton. I like watching this man scan the floor.
Irving attacking. Pass to Brewer. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Second team foul.
Here's Brewer. Wide open. He can't get that one to fall. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Stolen by Ayton. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one wasn't even close.